It's this stool.
Well, that's fine. Just don't fall over because that'll make it really
And
funny.
my feet are sweating.
Right. Oh, you're going to press record?
It's recording.
Oh, is it recording? Right. Okay, back with the Amiga lads. We're just doing a event this month, or coming up in the next couple of days. It's called Retcon. It's held on Saturday the 20th of July 2019. We've heard a few good things about it, haven't we, Ads? So what sort of people have you heard that's going this year?
Well, we've got there is a great lineup. We've got David Pleasance, ex-Commodore UK manager.
Yeah, great man, when he is.
Well, talking of him, he's so down to earth. He'll give you any time of the day. Yeah. He will, and it's just, when we was there last year, he was fantastic. Just watching him and talking to him about everything and about the book and what was it, the Commodore, not the story, but his book and everything as well.
Yeah, he's saying about he was about to get his book published, wasn't he? Which since that he has published, I have heard rumour that you can buy the book from Retcon as well on the day.
Yeah.
He will sign it as well, which is a nice little feature if you've never met the man. So you can actually get him to actually sign it on the day for you, and also bring down your Amiga stuff or anything you wish to get signed. I've also heard that he's got polo shirts this year, which are available. I think they're on mail order though. It's got like the Commodore's. I think it's Commodore Story at the back.
Yeah.
And I believe it's something to do with your name on the front, which are available. I've also heard rumour, don't quote me on this though, there's a mouse mat as well he's doing.
Is he?
Yeah, which would be quite nice. Might get one for the old Amiga, you know, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Maybe get him to sign one as well.
Yeah, that would be. Also, we've got Andy Merrick, who produced the Spectrum Addict. And me and Steve went to Cambridge. You started it saying Cambridgeshire. In Cambridge, so there's a video in there. We put that in the description.
Didn't we win the competition for that?
Yeah, well, you did. Steve entered the competition and ended up winning, and ended up getting premier tickets for it. So yeah, Andy would be promoting his
new Spectrum Addict film.
Yeah, was it 2.5?
I think it's 2.5, which we have backed as a Kickstarter as well. And we're waiting for her to see like the film as well, aren't we? Really?
Yeah. Isn't he doing a preview of it?
He's doing a preview from what I hear. Don't know exactly what to expect. What it'll be on this one. What changed about the ones that he's done?
Yeah.
But every one he's done so far is quite a good sort of documentary on it.
But another really nice bloke, and you know when we saw him at the Spectrum Addicts, you know he was so down to earth and. You know, he gave a few criticisms with his video and everything, and he was just so laid back and everything he was, and people saying you should take that out or you should do that. But yeah, and also if you got the film Spectrum Addict to be there to sign, I think they were signed anyway, weren't they?
Yeah,
but
they will sign it, I presume. But yeah, it'd be nice. You might be able to get something if you know, like signed by him or something like that, because as far as I'm aware, he's the only one that's done a documentary actually on the Spectrum itself.
Yeah.
So in a way, it's quite like a famous sort of thing.
Yeah.
So which is quite good.
And moving on, talking of signing and films and everything, we've got Steve Fletcher back, and he done the Commodore Story. And he's also got, is it Cosmic Force?
Cosmic Force, which is his latest game that he's programming, which is like a shoot 'em up with a difference.
And I think I'm not sure, but I think it's got like 2 or 3 games all in one. It's on. You can get it on cart. Is it cart?
Cart, disc, and I believe tap file. I think it might be cassette as well.
Might be. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see that. And obviously, you know, Steve was at the last one promoting Commodore Story, and another really nice.
Which is Waver Studios, isn't it? So we went to the Genesis Cinema in London, didn't we? We saw the premiere of that as well.
Yeah.
Which was really good. He's a nice bloke, very friendly, down to earth like David is as well.
Yeah, all of them are just really nice people, and actually having all of them at one event.
I think it makes the day, sort of thing. We've also got a YouTuber as well. I've heard that we've got Neil Thomas, which is, I believe, is Retro Man Cave.
Yeah, I haven't followed him, but I'm aware of him. And what I've heard is that he's a really nice bloke as well. Always in a suit, sort of thing, But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what he's up to and how he feels about the Amigas and the computer side of his life and what he's doing. And
yeah, I also heard that his exhibition in as well there.
Is he?
Yeah, so I believe he's got 2 systems to bring down. I think he's built one, but I'm not quite sure what it is.
Oh, okay.
It's better to come down, I would have thought, on the day to have a look. But I know he's built something special he's been working on for the last couple of weeks and done all the graphics and stuff like that.
God.
So that'd be nice to see.
Yeah.
And also we've got the monster joysticks, haven't they?
Okay.
Which
Yeah,
is they do retro joysticks.
Yeah.
So you can use them on, say, Amiga, Spectrum, MSX,
Yeah,
even Atari.
Well,
Atari.
any computer with a 9-pin DIN, basically. And I think also with the Amiga, when a lot of games used to push up, what he's done is he's pushed one of the buttons.
It's a switch at the back, so you
Yeah.
switch the button to go from up to one of the actual buttons.
Yeah, which is good. But I always prefer up to jump rather than the button using the joypads.
I think it's getting it back to that sort of arcade feel, isn't it, in a way?
Yeah, but I personally prefer it up. I do.
So that they're going to be available on the day, and also I've heard that they do there's a Raspberry Pi one, so you can put the Raspberry Pi. So it's an all-in-one. So if you haven't got, say for argument's sake, you haven't got like one of the retro computers, and you feel a bit left out that you've seen on the day or whatever, you can buy this joystick and you can buy yourself a Raspberry Pi.
Is that built into the joystick?
Basically, you can buy the joystick, as I understand it, as a kit, and then you can buy the Raspberry Pi as a separate entity, and then you put the Raspberry Pi in it and you can put it onto the headers, and then you can play the emulators that are on the Raspberry Pi, which is RetroPie, on the joystick, because it's like an all-in-one job, which is quite impressive. So in theory, you don't really need like your Amiga if you haven't got one, if you know what I mean. Or
if you ain't got the room for it, it'd be great.
Yeah.
You just put HDMI, I guess, as well.
Yeah, straight
so you just plug it in straight into your telly in your front room, in the joystick, and you can just play away.
Yeah.
It's
and I've also heard that this week, because he was saying to me about he's bought the Raspberry Pi 4. He's just checking like the dimensions on it to make sure it fits in his actual one, the customised one, and things like that. I don't know how he's getting on with that at the moment, but you know, I'm sure he'd be willing to tell you on the day or whatever. So it sounds quite a good show, doesn't it? Really.
If it's anything to go by the last one, then yes, the last one was absolutely amazing. It was summer. It wasn't too hot, and you know there was an outside bit as well for the kids to play in. So if you've got family and everything, there is an outdoor where the kids can sort of climb in frames, and it's like a little playground area. So it's all safe. It's all indoors. It's outside, but it's away from the car park as well. So it
makes the day. So if you've got younger kids and you know they get a bit bored of, you know, they like playing the games, but they get a bit bored and go outside.
And if you want a break as well from a little while.
Also, the other thing I forgot to say is I've heard that there's got a Sensible Soccer tournament this year.
Oh yeah.
Which would be quite interesting. I've heard that you can actually win a cup and everything.
Yeah,
that would be quite good.
That would be great. I mean, having a tournament, Sensi game would be fantastic. It would be.
I don't know what system they're using for it as yet, but no, that sounds quite a good little thing, because the trophy, you imagine, it's the only one that's ever been produced, and you imagine if you took that home. It's, from what I understand, it is the proper Sensible Soccer, like one that's actually on the screen.
Yeah.
So that's going to be fantastic. That is, I think.
But yeah, by the sounds of it, you know, it's something, you know, if you're there.
It's something that you know is free to enter.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, it's free to enter, and you know you sign up. And don't get me wrong, everyone likes football, whether it's like playing it on the computer or whether it's playing Sensible Soccer. Which is really good, to be fair. And don't get me wrong, I'd like to win the trophy. I don't know about yourself.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind,
but who knows?
You know, as long as I'm on a sipstick.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. We might enter it ourselves and have a go at it. Yeah. You never know. We might get there. I'm not as good as Adam at Sensible Soccer, but
I'm not that great anymore.
But you know, so it's best to start practicing.
Yeah.
But obviously, we don't know what system it's on yet, so. Well, you know, you can't give that sort of thing away at first, because then that way, you know, it makes it a little bit more interesting, because people plays different on different machines, don't they?
So. No, we know what system we're going to be playing on.
But yeah, Right then, so we'll catch you at Retcon on Saturday, 20th of July,
What
2019.
about the times?
Yeah, that's the point. It opens at 10 o'clock till 5 p.m. There's got like a little bar there as well where you can buy little snacky bits,
Okay, yeah.
for things like, a can of Coke or whatever. And also there's a few things that I've heard that they're doing as a handout on the door, but you'll have to wait and see what you get.
All right.
Yep.
That's everything.
Yep. See you later.
All right, cheers. Good night.